Welcome, friends. It's wonderful to have you join us today as we embark on a journey of spiritual discovery and enlightenment. In our exploration of the human spirit, we often find ourselves drawn to the mysteries of faith and the forces that shape our beliefs. These forces can be both uplifting and challenging, guiding us towards light or leading us into shadows. Today we delve into a topic both ancient and deeply relevant, the subtle ways in which deception can creep into our lives, often disguised as our own thoughts and desires. This deception can be so insidious that we might not even realize it's happening until it's too late. We're going to be talking about the signs of being deceived by Satan. This isn't just a matter of religious doctrine. It's about understanding the very real spiritual battles that take place within us and around us every day. Now, I know this might be a difficult subject for some, but it's important to remember that knowledge is power. By recognizing these signs, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones from falling into spiritual traps. The more we understand about the forces at work in the spiritual realm, the better equipped we are to resist them. This understanding can bring us peace and clarity, helping us to navigate our spiritual journeys with confidence and faith. Over the next few minutes, we'll be exploring 7 key signs that could indicate you're being led astray. These signs are not always obvious, and they can manifest in various aspects of our lives, from our thoughts and emotions to our actions and relationships. These signs aren't meant to instill fear, but to empower you with discernment and understanding. By being aware of these signs, you can take proactive steps to safeguard your spiritual well-being and stay true to your faith. So let's open our hearts and minds as we embark on this important exploration together. The first sign is believing lies about God. These lies can be subtle, creeping into our minds and hearts without us even realizing it. Satan, the master deceiver, twists the truth, aiming to distort our perception of the divine. He is cunning and relentless, always seeking to sow seeds of doubt and confusion. He whispers doubts about God's goodness, his love, even his very existence. These whispers can be persistent, gnawing at the edges of our faith. He might plant seeds of fear, making you question God's intentions. You might start to wonder if God truly cares about you, or if he is even listening to your prayers. You might find yourself thinking, if God is truly good, why is there so much suffering in the world? This is a common question, one that has troubled believers for centuries. But remember, my friends, God is not the author of suffering. Suffering is a result of the brokenness of our world, a world marred by sin and human frailty. He is the comforter in the midst of it. He is the one who stands by us, offering solace and strength when we are at our weakest. He is the one who weeps with us when we weep, who feels our pain as his own. His heart breaks for us, and he is always there to offer a shoulder to lean on. Don't let the whispers of doubt cloud your judgment. These doubts are like shadows, fleeting and insubstantial, but they can seem overwhelming if we let them take root. Hold fast to the truth of God's unwavering love and compassion. His love is a constant, a beacon of light in the darkest of times. He is a God of mercy, of second chances, of forgiveness that knows no bounds. No matter how far we stray, he is always ready to welcome us back with open arms. He is a God who sent his only Son, not to condemn the world, but to save it. This is the ultimate expression of his love, a love that is sacrificial and boundless. So when you find yourself doubting, remember the truth of who God is. He is not distant or uncaring. He is intimately involved in our lives, always working for our good. Trust in his promises, lean on his strength, and let his love guide you through the storms of life. For in him we find our true hope and our ultimate peace. The second sign is a pervasive sense of isolation and loneliness. This feeling can creep up on you slowly, or it can hit you all at once, like a wave crashing over you. It's that gnawing sensation that you are cut off from the world, that no one truly sees you or understands what you are going through. Satan knows that we are stronger together, that faith thrives in community. He understands that when we come together, we can lift each other up, support one another, and share our burdens. In community, we find strength, hope, and a sense of belonging that can be a powerful antidote to despair. So he seeks to isolate us, to make us feel like we are walking this path alone. He wants us to believe that our struggles are ours to bear alone, that no one else can understand the depth of our pain or the weight of our burdens. This isolation can make us feel like we are wandering through a desolate landscape with no one to guide us or walk beside us. He whispers that no one understands, that our struggles are unique, that we are burdens to those around us. These lies can be incredibly convincing, making us withdraw further into ourselves, cutting off the very connections that could bring us comfort and relief. We start to believe that our pain is too much for others to handle, that our presence is a burden rather than a blessing. He wants us to retreat into ourselves, to build walls instead of bridges. These walls can seem like they are protecting us, but in reality they are keeping us trapped in our own loneliness and despair. They prevent us from reaching out, from seeking the help and support that we so desperately need. But remember, you are not alone. Even in your darkest moments, there are people who care about you, who want to help you, who are ready to walk with you through your struggles. It's important to remember that reaching out is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and courage. We are all connected, bound by the shared experience of being human, of seeking meaning and purpose in a world that can often feel cold and indifferent. Our shared humanity means that we are never truly alone, even when it feels like we are. There is always someone who can relate to our experiences, who can offer a listening ear or a helping hand. Reach out to your loved ones, to your community, to your faith. These connections can be lifelines, pulling us out of the depths of our isolation and into the warmth of human connection. Whether it's a phone call, a visit, or a simple message, reaching out can make a world of difference. Open your heart to the possibility of connection, of shared burdens, of love that multiplies when it is given away. By opening ourselves up to others, we allow love and support to flow into our lives, helping us to heal and grow. Remember, you are never truly alone, and there is always hope for connection and understanding. The third sign is being consumed by fear and anxiety. Fear is a powerful weapon in the hands of the deceiver. It paralyzes us, keeps us from living our lives to the fullest. When we are living in fear, we're not living in faith. Satan will use fear to control you, to keep you from experiencing the joy and peace that comes from knowing God. He will whisper worries about the future, magnify your problems, and make you doubt your ability to overcome challenges. But remember, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. When fear knocks at the door of your heart, let faith answer. Trust in God's plan for your life, even when you can't see the whole picture. The fourth sign is being tempted to sin. We all face temptation, my friends. It's part of the human condition. But when we repeatedly give in to temptation, when we allow sin to take root in our hearts, we create a foothold for the deceiver. Satan is a master of disguise. He presents sin as alluring, as pleasurable, as harmless fun. He whispers that one little taste won't hurt, that you deserve to indulge, that everyone else is doing it. But remember, sin always leads to destruction. It separates us from God, from ourselves, from the people we love. It leaves us feeling empty, ashamed, and alone. Resist the temptation to compromise your values. Hold fast to what you know is right, even when it's difficult. The fifth sign is doubting your worth and identity. You are a child of God, fearfully and wonderfully made. Never forget that. But Satan wants you to forget. He wants you to feel small, insignificant, unworthy of love and belonging. He'll whisper doubts about your abilities, your appearance, your very value as a human being. He'll try to convince you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or strong enough to live the life you were created to live. But remember, you are enough. You are worthy of love just as you are. You have a unique purpose to fulfill, a light to shine in the world. Don't let the enemy steal your joy, your confidence, your sense of self. The sixth sign is being led away from the truth. In an age of information overload, it's easier than ever to be misled. Satan uses half-truths, distortions, and outright lies to confuse and deceive. He'll present false teachings as truth, twist scripture to fit his agenda, and use doubt to undermine your faith. He'll use charismatic leaders, compelling arguments, and emotional appeals to sway you from the path of righteousness. But remember, the truth always stands the test of time. It's unwavering, unshakable, and ultimately undeniable. Seek out the truth with a discerning heart. Study the scriptures, pray for guidance, and surround yourself with wise counsel. And the seventh sign is experiencing spiritual apathy. When you lose your passion for God, when your faith becomes lukewarm, when you no longer feel the fire in your soul, it could be a sign that the enemy has gained a foothold. He wants you to become complacent, indifferent, to simply go through the motions of faith without truly engaging your heart. He knows that a lukewarm faith is easily extinguished. But remember, your spirit yearns for connection with the divine. Don't let the enemy quench the fire within you. Rekindle your passion for God through prayer, through worship, through acts of service and love. The path of faith is rarely easy, my friends. There will be times when you stumble, when you doubt, when you feel lost and alone. But remember, you are never truly alone. God is with you always, even in the darkest of times. If you found this exploration of deception helpful, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation, learning from one another and strengthening our defenses against the forces that seek to lead us astray. Thank you for joining me on this journey, my friends. May you always walk in the light of truth, guided by faith and strengthened by the unwavering love of God.